Hello weekenders, this here is a bat house. I'll show you how to make one in just a few hours using only 2 tools. Not bad. Start with a B, A, and a T, and an S. Very important. Today, bats. A lot of people think that bats are just sky rats, rodents that fly through the air and want to get tangled in your hair and generally just act as a nuisance. Bats are actually mammals, just like me or you, but they can fly, and they're the only mammal that can fly. And these mammals are meat eaters, at least the ones that I have around here. So bats, they're carnivores, they're scary, right? No, they have little tiny teeth, and those little tiny teeth are made for eating insects, mosquitoes and gnats. 2 of my most hated insects around this area. And you know what? I think some bats would really like it around here. A bat can eat 1,000 mosquitoes or gnats in one night. That's its own weight in food. How much does a bat weigh? 5 grams. The same weight as a nickel. Little brown bats. Not big, scary, raven types. So, there's plenty of food around here for the bats. We have water, so all we need is a house. We're gonna start by doing a long, tall, rectangular box that has, oh yeah, I've got great artist skills here. That has dividers in it. We'll put 2 dividers down in the middle, so bats can nest in here, and here, and here. We'll be getting sun in from one side, or from 2 angles, to heat this box, hopefully enough that these little guys will like it in here. So this is going to come down. They will enter through the bottom. We're going to need some kind of roof. Don't want those little buggers getting wet. And then we'll need a place for them to land, so we'll probably put a piece of wood down and a little landing strip. Okay. It's going to be about 2 feet tall. It's 24 inches tall. And the width of it, why don't we go for, we want roomy but comfy, 300 bats. How big are these suckers? They're like that big. So, yes, we'll go 24 inches by a magic 24 inches. So this will be a square box. One tool you'll need, it's going to be this would be called a skill saw, or a circular saw. I've got 4 of them. But this one I got for $10 at a garage sale, and it didn't have a battery. It just so happens that these batteries are the same kind, so I'll just be able to swap them in and out. So $10, not bad. I don't even have to plug it in. So what we're going to do is start cutting out our parts. We just have a list of parts, simple dimensions, squares. We just got to cut them out. So first one, 24 by 24. This will be the front of the box, and maybe the same size for the couple interior slots. Oh yeah, and I changed my mind. I'm going to do a 4-chamber box because I feel like it's going to be a big party. Okay, so Here we go, 24. You just put the tape measure down, put a mark at 24. Mark it out the other side, 24. Then you can take a straight edge, a board. I've got this metal ruler, great, they're just a couple bucks over at like Harbor Freight or something. Put it at both of your marks, draw a line. This is only 3/4 of an inch of plywood. Never tried this blade before, so let's see how it works. Tool screams like that, means it's having a hard time. I'm not going to use this for any more of my cuts. I could probably use that. This tool is probably more suitable for 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch of plywood. So we learned that from the first cut. So I just get out my next bigger one, right? But I'm kind of already tired of using these. These are great if you don't have a table saw, but I have a table saw. So cut out the rest of the parts, and then we'll go to assembly. Right now I am setting up a saw kerf for, it's like going to be a ladder for inside the bats so they can climb their way up to their spots. So we're going to have to make a lot of cuts on every single one of these boards, front and back, except for the front and back. We'll do both sides. Probably space the saw kerfs by, how far do you think a little bat can reach up? An inch, inch and a half? Make it an inch. These are small guys. Yeah, an inch. Okay, so that means 22 cuts per board. Lengthwise, we're gonna cut it on the sides as well. So, I mean, this can be done easily without having to make all these cuts by stapling netting to the wood, and that'll give something for them to grab onto, but I don't approve of it. We're gonna have to we're gonna cut all these little spots so they're just gonna have the best grab that you can get. Netting and the staples could rust and deteriorate over time because of bat urine and all that kind of stuff, so this will make it so these spots where they can climb up and hang on to are gonna last them a lifetime. You know, a couple generations. How long do bats live? Anyways, so, alright, this is going to take a while. So, we'll start by adjusting this depth. This thing goes up and down, and you measure how far the blade is. Also, I'm doing a no-no. Whenever you're working with a blade, trying to set the depth, never leave it plugged in. You don't want this thing turning on while you're setting the depth. So it's unplugged. Get my handy dandy ruler, and we'll set this at about 1/4 of an inch. A lot of grooves. So, next thing that bats like is a dark interior. They want to paint all the walls black, but we can't use paint because you don't want to harm the little critters. I've got some black stain, some ebony stain, but this is oil based, so oil's not going to be good for the little critters either. So what have I done? I went to my fire, got some charcoal, ground it up, and we're going to blacken the surface by using charcoal. We're going to make our own water-based charcoal stain. This is probably how they did it back in the day, before they had cans and oil stain. You use charcoal from your fire, and ground it up. I got some water here. Mind you, I'm just guessing. This might not work at all, but I think it will. Yeah. Alright, so these two top sides, we're going to need to cut a little angle on them for the roof. So you don't want water just sitting on a flat roof. We're going to put a little angle at it. I think I came up with 1.5 inch drop over 6.5 inches. So, really easy. We got the two sides together. We'll cut them like this. We're going to have the ceiling slope towards the front. So this is going to be our front side, that'll be our back side, this will be our top and our bottom. So from your top, you measure down 1.5 inches on the front edge. And then you're going to use a straight edge. From that mark, 1.5 inches down, you're just going to draw to the very back corner. Just one angle. All of these pieces are not angled except for these two. That's it. So I'm going to clamp this and cut it. I couldn't find a caulking gun, and this was all dried at the tip. So I used a stick to try to push out the caulk, and that worked until I broke the little thing back there. Now I'm fishing caulking out the wrong end with a stick. Oh yeah. Then I'm just putting it on like frosting on a cake. Oh yeah. Cake boss, here I come. And then, very important that we seal it. We don't want wind coming in, screwing everything up. Let's go ahead and place the front piece on. Remember, here. I've been using pieces of plywood as my spacers, seeing as that our bats requested 3/4 to 1 inch spacing on each of these holes. As you can see, where can you see in there? It's probably pretty dark because we stained it. So we got two more parts, just the top right here and the front. We are almost done. We staggered this because we cut the sides 1.5 inches short and we made an angle. And then I just staggered the boards. I didn't cut all the boards at the same angle. You could do that, but no. Yeah, no. We'll just put the board on top of there and call it good. So I gotta get some more caulking here. Figure out a way to get this thing to stand up without me having to hold it. Not gonna Hey, precarious. Just how I like it. Let's see if I can fish out any more of this caulking. You're gonna get all along the top here. We'll just go around the perimeter. I'm not worried about sealing the tops of these. Just all along the top. Yeah, this is working great. And now, screw this in place as the last piece. I'm using a method that I learned. It's called eyeballing. Works great. Okay, so here it is. We did it. We cut out all the parts. We cut all of our saw curves for the interior. We stained the interior. We then assembled the pieces, and while doing that, we caulked every seam and put enough screws in here that it's not going to fall apart. Get ready for the cut list. It's going to be coming up next, and that way you can copy this project exactly. Next video, we're going to finish up with putting a few ventilation holes. We'll paint this black, we'll improve this roof, and hopefully hang it somewhere up on the property to finish it all off. This is How To Jake. Please like, comment, subscribe, do any of that, or all of it. And let me know if there's anything you want me to build. I got time, and I've got a shop.